Monosaccharides themselves are not acidic sugar. However, when monosaccharides are oxidized, they can produce acidic product. For example, is a gluconic acid. This reaction often occurs in the presence of enzymes or other catalysts. The three acidic sugar that monosaccharide can produce. Number one is gluconic acid. The gluconic acid is from the oxidation of glucose. Gluconic acid is a mild acid commonly used in food and pharmaceutical industry. Number two, glucuronic acid. Glucuronic acid is produced from the oxidation of glucose as well, but through a different pathway than gluconic acid. Glucuronic acid plays essential roles in the detoxification process in the liver, and it's also a component of various molecules. Galacturonic acid is derived from the oxidation of galactose. Galacturonic acid is a component of pectin, a complex polysaccharides found in plant cell walls. It is commonly used in the foods industry and a gilling agent and stabilizer. Their differences lie in their chemical structure, sources, and biological function. Glucuronic acid and galacturonic acid are derived from glucose, while a galacturonic acid comes from the galactose. Each acid serves a distinct function in various chemical processes. The process involved in conversion of monosaccharide to sugar alcohol is called reduction. This reduction typically involves the addition of hydrogen atoms to the carbonyl of group of the monosaccharide, that resulting in the formation of a sugar alcohol. The catalyst commonly used for this reduction reaction is a metal catalyst, such as a nickel, palladium, or platinum. This catalyst facilitates the addition of hydrogen atoms to the carbonyl group, leading to the formation of the sugar alcohol. This process used industrial applications to produce sugar alcohol like sorbitol and xylitol, which have various uses in food, pharmaceutical, and other industries. The general name of monosaccharide acetal is glycoside. Glycoside is a form with a hydroxyl group of a monosaccharide react with a carbonyl group of another molecule, is typically an alcohol or another monosaccharides. This reaction involves the loss of water molecules and result in formation of a glycosidic bond between the monosaccharide and the atom molecules. The glycoside have various biological function and can be found in many natural products, including plants and microorganisms.
Oxides are the acids that contain oxygen, hydrogen, and at least one other element. Example here is a bromophoric acid. When the oxyacid reacts with monosaccharide, they can lead to the oxidation of monosaccharide molecules. This reaction process can result in the formation of an acid product such as glucuronic acid, gluconic acid, and galacturonic acid, depending on the topic, depending on the specific monosaccharide involved and the condition of the reaction. And this acidic product can contribute to the sour taste of certain food and beverage that we also have a various industrial and biological application.
Monosaccharide can form amino sugar through a process called animation. Animation involves the replacement of hydroxyl group on the monosaccharides molecules with amino group. This reaction typically occurs under the alkane condition and involves the addition of ammonia or an amino derivation to the monosaccharides molecules. The superimposable mirror are known as a chiral, meaning they can rotated and aligned to perfectly overlap. And then in non-impossible mirror, image are chiral, meaning they cannot be perfectly aligned. So this property is significant because chiral molecules exhibit different properties, especially in the biological system where enzyme and receptors often interact selectively with specific chiral forms. This phenomenon is crucial in fields like pharmacology, where the different chiral forms of a molecules can have a vastly different biological activities. The stereoisomerism refers to a phenomenon where the molecules have the same molecular formula and connectivity of atom but differ in their spatial arrangement. First have enantiomers. Enantiomers is a molecule that are non-superimposable mirror image of each other. They are have opposite configuration and a very chiral center in their structure, but resulting in a different optical activities. Number two is the diastereomers. The stereomers is not a mirror image of each other, and they are not superimposable, but they differ in the configuration at some, but not all chiral center is the structures. Diastereomers have different physical and chemical properties. And the epimers is a subtype of diastereomers that differ in the configuration at the only chiral center, while rest of the molecules remains unchanged in the other remain unchanged. The anomers is a special type of epimers that specifically differ in configuration at the anomeric carbon which is the carbon that become a chiral during the formation of a cyclic structure in this carbohydrates. And number nine is determining the handedness of absolute configurations of a monosaccharide in both Pitcher and Howard. Howard projection involves analyzing an arrangement of substituent around the chiral carbon and atom. The Pitcher projection is a horizontal bands represent group, vertical bands represent group projecting behind the plane. Identify the chiral center in the Fischer projection is there are the carbon atoms which for different substitutes. The two assigned priority to the substituent as attached to each. Carbohydrates are classified into three main groups based on the chemical structure. First, we have a monosaccharide. A monosaccharide is the simplest form of carbohydrates consisting of a single glucose. Single glucose example is glucose, fructose, and galactose. And the three is a polysaccharide. A polysaccharide is a complex of carbohydrates made up of many monosaccharides. Monosaccharides units linked together. They can be further classified into. They are classified into four. Four is number one is a starch. A starch is a polysaccharide found in plant consisting of a glucose unit. It serves as a storage form of energy in the plants. Then the glycogen. The glycogen is a polysaccharide found in animals' storage in the liver and muscles. Glycogen it's a highly branch of polymers of glucose and serve as a readily available source of energy. Then the next is cellulose. Cellulose is a structural polysaccharide found in cell and a cell wall in the plants. It consists a long chain